everybody! Welcome back to our channel. Side by side with the Maluma twins.
Hi guys!
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Yeah, you start.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for if you're new here, welcome back to our channel. And not welcome back, welcome to our channel. Oh,
Yeah.
snap. Welcome to our channel. And thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for commenting and sharing our videos. We really, really appreciate it. And we honor the place that it comes from.
Yeah, welcome everyone. I'd like to say thank you to every single person that watches our videos and that is continuing to support us every time we put out content.
Yeah.
And now today we thought, hey, Jean,
Yeah. Let's talk
you-
about,
you're a mom, right?
dude.
I'm a mom.
I'm a mom.
She's
to
a
like
mom.
A 14-year-old.
Yeah, and I'm a mom to 2 kids. And we're
Well,
single parents, right?
Everybody knows this.
Yeah,
so-
everybody knows this, right?
Yeah.
But we wanted to journey through our experiences
Yeah.
being single moms.
Yeah.
And how we managed and coped, you know, how the sacrifices we've made, you
Yeah.
know, being moms, right?
Yeah.
And so we wanted to share that with you, and also parenting. In fact, we wanted to talk about parenting, but we do realize that parenting
It's
is
broad.
broad, and
Yeah.
there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, there
right.
is.
There's so much
There
to
is.
teach about, and so much to learn from each other, because
Yeah.
we are all young parents. I'm only
Yeah.
34. She's 34.
Excuse
right?
me, I'm 33, okay? Are we not 33? Turning 34? Guys, please do.
We're turning 34 this year, right? And we're single parents, and we want to journey with you, and
Yeah.
we want to learn from you as well. And if you're a single mom and you're and you're young, and also, in fact, even not even when you're young, you know, the experiences of an old person, even
Yeah, as a
how
single
they
mom.
how they out how not even out how they became, you know, what's the word, like how they coped
Or
with,
conquered.
yeah, or conquered
being a single mother
mom.
in this type of world that we live in,
Yeah.
as a nation and as a generation. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Let's start. So I think what we're gonna talk about is, you start. How has, okay, first of all, let's maybe break it down to, obviously, for you to be in a single relationship, where you were in a relationship, right? And maybe let's talk a little bit about how that was, and when it ended, how you must have felt.
Yeah. So for me, I dated my what is that? I dated my baby daddy for like, I think I started dating him when I was quite young,
Yeah.
like 14ish, you know. And then we had to go to the UK.
Yeah.
But we continued dating, and then when I came back from the UK, we continued the relationship. I think before even that, we had dated like 5 years.
Yes.
Right. So in between the 5 years, when I came back home permanently, the foolish me fell pregnant at literally 20. I was 20 turning 21.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So look, both of us were young, and I was still in varsity. I was in CTI studying IT. And bruh, when I didn't even know I was pregnant. My
Yeah.
mom was in the UK, my sister was in the UK,
Yeah.
and I didn't even know I was pregnant after like 3 months.
Yeah.
Like I only found out that I was pregnant when I was like 3 months.
Yeah.
Right. So the relationship at the time was great. Like,
Yeah.
even he supported me, shame. I mean, he didn't have a lot at the time. He was still a
Yeah.
student. I was a student.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we decided to keep the baby, first of all. And I remember when I was in Pretoria, I used to travel from Joburg to Pretoria every single day, guys, just to go
Yeah.
check up, right? Go Attersville. But this time, when I found out about my pregnancy, we went to town, like in the bathrooms, like in town, for me to go and get a pregnancy test, like to go
Yeah.
test. So anyways, I test positive for I'm pregnant. And then we decide that we're going to keep the baby. Well, that was the only thing that came to mind.
And at that time, it was happiness, right?
What?
Were you happy?
Yeah,
it was
it-
happiness between the fact that you guys are pregnant. You guys were happy.
Yeah, we were not happy. Like, it's not a right word. We were shocked. You know, we were shocked, but we were like, you know what, we'll get through it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he supported me. I didn't feel like he didn't want the kid. I mean, none of us wanted the kid. You know what I mean? But because of the situation we were in, but we were like, no, but this is what God has given us. This is our blessing. Let's just make the best of it. So I fell pregnant. The 9 months were, you know, he was there, he wasn't there sometimes because he lived far. He was literally in Pretoria.
Yeah.
So that was the downfall.
You were super strong for a 20-year-old though.
Yeah. I had to be strong because you were in the UK.
Yeah.
Living it up with Afzal. And then mom was in the UK.
Yes.
So I had to be strong.
Yeah.
Like I had no choice but to be strong, you know. I don't even remember half of the things. But the only thing that I remember was like my birth story when I had to give birth at a public space and a hospital rather.
No, that's fine. That's another story for another day. But another thing, okay, so the baby now arrives.
Yeah.
Right? And now you guys are parents. Yeah. Right? And the shocking experience of being 20-year-olds, you were 20, he was possibly 26, possibly. I'm not sure how far apart are you. Yeah,
he was 24.
He was also in his 20s, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to also figure out is the journey of it and how it made you feel. Like
it was tough, guys.
It was tough, right?
It was tough.
The changes. How much of the changes did you have to make more than him? Yeah.
We make the most changes.
Yeah.
My body changed. Yeah. My body changed. My mindset changed.
Yeah.
My goals changed. Yeah. My dreams changed. It almost felt like I had to drop out. It almost felt like I was standing in the middle of Brie. I remember how it felt. I felt like I was standing in the middle of North Brie, and it was traffic going and going, and I was standing in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, I have a kid, and I had to make like tough decisions. Yeah. You know, drop out of school so that I could go and work. You know, and it was tough. There was a lot of changes.
Right, and meanwhile, his life.
Meanwhile, brother man or something like in a school, he doesn't quit school because I had to quit school because who was going to look after my child? Yeah. First of all, I'm not working. I can't afford a nanny. I can't expect my mom to cough that up. Already, she's paying hospital bills, paying for everything else that has got to do with the baby.
Sure.
Now and all.
Now that's done, right? So how do you then, when the relationship ends? When the relationship ends, right? You've made so many sacrifices for this child already at a young age. You've dropped out of school, so many emotional changes, so many physical changes, right? And then the relationship ends, right? And when it ends, now you're stuck with the child, and he goes on and lives his own life. How did that make you feel?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Almost resentful.
Yeah,
I think I was resentful for a long time.
You're resenting who?
I'm resenting him because his life goes on.
Yeah.
He goes on and finishes his degree. Yeah. He doesn't just do a degree. He goes on and does a master's. And then on top of that, he does honors and then masters, right? And I then fend to, because my thing is, absolutely. So then now at this point I'm like, my daughter has to go to school. My daughter has to go. Has to have these things, and I cannot rely on my mom. And my mom is a single mom. Yeah, my mom is a single mom. He's got both parents in his life, but unfortunately, both his parents were not supportive.
Yeah. So that's that, right?
Yeah.
And you sacrifice a lot to make sure you put your daughter into junior school, which is obviously then kindergarten and whatever. You're working.
That's actually the most expensive,
right? And you went through that, and you continued his life.
Yeah.
And I must say, for me, I think I'm proud of you that you managed to do that, because heaven is great, you know, and you gave her the best foundation. Yeah. And you did that all on your own. Yeah. Right? Because nobody was assisting you from the father's side.
Nope.
Right? And these are the issues that I wanted to tackle. So let me then go into my story.
Yeah, you fell pregnant.
So I fell pregnant at 23. Yeah. Like 2 years or 3 years after the thought. Yeah. Right? But I was working. Yeah. And
and you had a car.
And I had a car.
Like so you're like, even when you fell pregnant, nobody was like eyeballing you.
Yeah.
Unlike me, everybody eyeballed you. And you looked a bit bigger. The structure was bigger now, you know. Because when I was 20, I was like really really skinny.
You're a child,
Literally.
you know. So for me, I was 23, and I went into the journey of being a mom at 23, and it was a happy time for me.
Yeah.
And I remember when I fell pregnant, I was nervous, I was scared. I didn't tell my mom in the beginning.
You were
right?
a spoiled brat.
And
You were a proper brat. Like,
Okay,
I've never
cool.
seen anyone so bratty.
Okay, cool. So I was a brat.
Yeah.
So she says. So anyway, I was pregnant at 23, and I was a little bit of a spoiled brat, and my ex supported me. That's
He
one
was a great guy.
He was great.
Yeah,
he was great. I mean, we had ups and downs here and there.
Yeah.
But
But
I'm
you
not gonna
guys had
mention-
a really
but I mean,
great run.
yeah, I gave birth in a private hospital. There was support from both sides. My mom was there in a delivery room. You know.
His parents were there.
Yeah.
It was a whole.
It was great, and it was.
Oh yeah.
You see.
We didn't expect. They didn't even come. They didn't even come to see my child. Not long after 4 years, 4 months or 5
Actually,
months.
I don't know. Did they come and play? Remember, also that's why I'm saying to you, parenting is a broad thing. So
Yeah.
now, at some point, we actually need to tackle when people come to your home.
Yeah.
Right. You're pregnant
Not
as a girl.
people.
Sorry. Your
In-laws.
person's they're not in-laws because you're not married. Your person's parents have to come. Bazobiga isisu.
Yeah, but
right?
they didn't come like that.
Yeah, but they didn't
say
come.
that.
They didn't come to you. They didn't even beg anything. They don't.
No, I
they-
mean, I'm talking about you. Me, they didn't do nothing. We
No,
don't talk
they
about
didn't
me.
come to you. Oh, for me, they
For
did.
you, they did, but what they didn't say they came to bigger.
Oh, yeah,
they
for me, they
said
came
they came to bazokushada.
Oh, yeah.
Even but but it wasn't like in tlaulo,
Yes.
right? That's what they had said, and that's why you had issues when you got married to your now husband.
now she brings up other
Guys,
things. Okay,
no,
anyway, they were talking
no,
about
it's
it.
the truth.
Okay, sharp. We'll talk about that one day,
Okay.
right? But when my in-laws came
Yeah.
to say, you know, we're here for the baby, but we're not here for the baby. We're here to marry her,
Mm,
right? Fine. Fast forward, we got into a relationship. The baby came. We were happy. We moved in together, and it was
Yeah,
fiance type of vibes,
vibes,
right? Because we
Holman.
didn't make it official like my marriage with Tabani.
Yeah, but it was
Sorry, I didn't
something.
mean it. It was something,
Yeah.
right? Now, when he leaves, and I need a drink. Sorry, I'm talking about parenthood, but I need a drink.
Yeah, so when then okay, Larago's breakup was tough. Not that mine wasn't.
No, but
But yours was tougher because yours had structure, had parents involved, had everyone involved, you know, and he left you for a right girl.
so I understand.
Okay, we're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that, but when he left,
Yeah.
the
Those are the questions I need to ask you. Keep quiet.
thank you
So
very much.
what were the change? Okay, what did you have to sacrifice being a mother? How do you? But I feel like you didn't have to sacrifice shit.
No,
You
I
had
did.
shit. You had
No.
shit together, bruh.
Listen. In my relationship when we were together, it was great and we were loving each other. And baby's like, quit school, I'll pay for school.
Yeah,
Remember, it was great, and I was going to school.
Quit work.
Quit work, and then you go to school full time, so that when Oratile gets to a certain age, you already have a degree or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But that didn't even. We didn't get to the degree even, and then the relationship ended. Then the relationship ended. So that's me calling him. I still continue to pay for school fees
we're
or
not
whatever.
talking about that.
Okay, but
what were the sacrifices?
my sacrifices were I had to quit school like you,
okay.
right? School ended.
Yeah.
My
And
body changes.
Work ended.
And I didn't have a job,
Yeah.
right? There was a time where I couldn't buy nappies for my daughter. There was a
Really?
time where a friend of
That was
mine.
my struggle.
No,
Actually, I didn't have a struggle like that.
no, you didn't.
No, actually, I
There was a
didn't.
time where I couldn't buy nappies for my daughter,
Yeah.
right? There was a time where my friends, I remember Ria very well, we would go to, there was a time where we'd go to this guy's house for maintenance.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was I?
It was hectic.
Where was I?
I was skinny, man.
Oh.
Like this peg
They are
here.
poor, guys, they
I
are
was
poor.
going for hell. I was the most miserable. But
So were you
I
going because
lost
they left you, or you were going of how
both.
they left you?
Both how they left me and the fact that they left me. And make it worse, man. The sacrifices. You know, I told you about my sacrifices. Now having to live with the fact that he's left you,
Yeah.
and having your
Engaged.
child then go out to him, because now you need to start co-parenting.
Yo, dude,
Right?
that's a part.
For me, it was difficult for me because
Are those the
when
sacrifices
when
you feel
when
like you
he
had to-
went, no, when she was going there,
Yeah.
right, and she'd come back, she talked to me about Leafy did this, Leafy did that. I swear to you, I could smack her with this whaka. You don't. I was there, and this is why I want us to discuss this.
Okay, so
right?
wait, because we're not talking about that. We're not talking about how they broke your heart.
No.
We're talking about sacrifice. Because this story.
No, I'm talking about. No, it's not diverting. I'm saying to you, when my daughter.
Talk about that because it's part of another story time.
Okay.
So don't talk about that.
Okay.
Talk about your sacrifices.
So
then what
I
happened after?
So when I sacrificed school and I sacrificed
Then what happened?
whatever, eventually then had to get a job again. Needed to get myself on track and get myself into a job and start. I literally started from over, and it was so difficult for me. You know, I think in every company I went to, I think everybody knew my story because I would talk about it.
Yeah,
but I can tell you, it helped me heal, right? And also I went for therapy, right? But it helped me heal a lot. But it was the most difficult time being a mom on your own and watching somebody live up their best life.
I know, and they do it very well.
Yeah, Jean.
They do. And you know, let's talk about how then once the relationship is over, right? And how do you think then you are able to not like to as parents, right? We now start how are you towards your child because of what's happened to you?
Okay, you remember when I asked you that question, you told me you were resentful towards
I was.
You were resentful towards the guy, right?
I was resentful towards everything, the guy, the family.
Child. And the child?
I was never resentful over Heaven.
I think for
loved
me,
Heaven. She was my peace.
I think for me, not that I was resentful towards my daughter. I think it's the fact that every time she came home and she had this other home, right? And she was telling me about this other home. I was hurt.
Yeah, it
and it would. If I wasn't any more hurt, it was a time when my daughter came, and it would break me apart. It was like the relationship had just ended.
Yeah, it's like every time she goes, when she comes back, it's like you started from the bottom. You have to now readjust yourself emotionally, and it was it's like, so basically what we're trying to the story time here is that we just wanted to let you guys know that the sacrifices that we make for our children, especially, and I'm not saying that men don't make sacrifices, right? We're talking from our experience. Well, what are the things that we had to let go of, you know? And when you think about it, you're like, you know what? Had I not made this decision, I'd be far, extremely far in terms of my career, my life, the choices that I made. You know, not quitting school. I mean, I wish I didn't, but I did, because in my mind, I'm like, there was no one else that could fend for my daughter. Except for me. Already my mom is struggling. She's in the UK because she's freaking struggling. It's not like she's there for fun times. You know what I mean? So I understand where the why my mom is there. You know what I mean? And for you, here you are still, you're not just looking after your child. Now you're mending a broken heart from the hopes of thinking that you're going to get married. And obviously you lived with him, and that also, but like, remember, it's very difficult to rewrite a story, guys. So you had the story with the guy. I mean, it was difficult for me too when I broke up with my ex. Rewriting a story when you had plans, and then once those plans fall apart, you have to rewrite.
You have to
rebuild
from scratch.
Rebuild in your mind, rebuild in your spirit, and be like, this person does not exist anymore. How do I do this by myself?
Yeah, and for me, I think getting over the fact that I'm going to be a mom on my own is not enough, right? Getting over a broken heart and trying to then rebuild from the sacrifices that I had to make. You know, it's very difficult. It was very difficult for me. And I talk about it still today because I'm not over it. I possibly still need... No, not that I'm not over the fact that
you guys broke up.
The relationship is over. That I don't even want it back. What I'm saying to you is...
The sacrifices.
It still pains me.
Yeah, you have a thing that you have. Okay. Yeah,
it still pains me. It pains me that that my life stood still.
Yeah,
right.
And
he's went on.
Yeah,
for a moment.
It's the worst. It's the
he got
worst.
a new job. He was flourishing with his new girlfriend. He moved towns. And I stayed in one position.
Same with me.
And this discussion is so that we are able to tell each other as women that, in fact, that my daughter, when she watches this one day, she will realize that when you make a child, understand that it's yours.
Yep.
Understand that if you're not speaking to your kids already about this, I already talk to Oratile in heaven, and I say,
well, not Oratile,
heaven, right? And I say, like, it's not an easy ride being a single mom. There's a lot of things that we've been through that we're still coping from, because there are lots of triggers, that come with time, But the moral of the story is,
it's like, I don't like even saying this. Don't have children out of wedlock. I don't like saying all those things. But at some point in your life, while you're living through that life, you're like, yo, I wish I was married. Yo, I wish I was married. Yo, I wish I was this. Maybe you feel like it would have been a better outcome. But I've met married people that have kids and they still feel like they made the worst decision in their lives. So it's not, you can never really tell. But the one thing that I am certain of is that having a child genuinely is a woman's
prerogative.
Not prerogative, but it's a woman's responsibility. As much as, unless, well, we're talking from our experiences. It goes to something when it goes, like we would argue, we didn't get along for 5 years, I think. And that's another topic that we need to talk about. How then do we then get along?
How do we co-parent?
How do we co-parent?
It's difficult.
It's difficult. For the first 5 years, guys, you go to a point where you deny the father of seeing the child because abayenzi nixie, they're not doing anything. And even when you try and say because we have to, and you must remember, please have children, have a child with somebody that you have the same vision with and goals with. Because I remember having to argue about specific schools that I wanted my child to go to.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't agree. Those were the challenges. Yeah. Like, I'm sure there are many. I'm sure there are many, but what we're trying to say is, it's okay. Like, it passes.
It's such a broad subject that we want to talk more about. Co-parenting, getting out of the space of coming out from your ex-boyfriend or ex-father, whatever you want to call them. It's great because we want to discuss it further and broader. But today we wanted to discuss the sacrifices we made as single moms.
Yeah, those are our experiences, really. Basically, we did that. We had to do those so that we could be where we are right now. And it may have not made sense to other people from outside, but unfortunately everybody has a journey. And a lot of people in fact judged us.
And they still
do. But at the end of the day, everybody has a story.
This is our story.
This is our story, and this is how we live it, and this is our truth. But we've grown, we've matured, and we are more understanding to our baby daddies. We're more understanding just to our experience in complete fullness. So it's that. Do you get what I mean? So we hope you've enjoyed this video. We hope that it was insightful. We hope that
we can have more discussions about it.
We hope we can talk about it more. Maybe we'll talk about her experience, how it was when they left her for a white girl.
I'll talk one
day, and how it was for me. Like, there's a lot of things that I could also talk about.
We need to also discuss co-parenting methods that we do at the moment and how you healed out of because when you get out of a relationship with someone, the hurt has to go so that you allow your child to be free, right? Because the most important thing is that you allow your child to be free as a single mom and don't make it about you, right? And make it about the child. So those are the things that we need to talk about and need to discuss as young moms, young single moms, And I think when I researched about single moms, there is nothing on the net that talks about single moms. What they talk about, what I've noticed is, why not to date a single mom?
Really?
Yeah,
Takes
it's the
it.
craziest thing. We'll talk about that. But thank
Yeah.
you for watching.
Yeah.
We love you. And
Continue
may
to
God bless you.
subscribe.
Continue to subscribe. Continue to comment below. And please give this video a thumbs up. And we love you. See you soon.